was and he is to come, the King on the throne. The one on the throne, as every other throne in the world that has ever been carved, every other throne goes through an endless cycle of emptying, overseeing a funeral, and then watching a coronation as it is refilled. Every throne on earth in all of history that you see in any museum or that will ever be built could tell you the tales and the stories of all the different kings that ever sat upon them and demanded sovereignty. This throne has only ever known one king. This throne was never sat upon. This throne never had a coronation that placed Yahweh upon it. This throne has never seen the rise and fall of the Yahweh kingdom. This throne has only ever and eternally known the rule of the God who is that throne. Yahweh, the true God of Scripture, has always been. Been what? No, you're mishearing. He has always been. When he speaks to Moses, I am. You think there's a translation error. I am what? He is something. What is he? He is. He just is. He is the isness. He is the source of all isness and being. He is. And he was. And he always will be all that he is. I don't know if you're aware, but we have a new king. We have a king, in fact, for the first time. I'm going to guess, I'll compliment the oldies, for the first time in any of our lives, we have a king. I know my maths is off, but I'm complimenting it. We have a king. King Charles III. Do you know that there'll never be, never has been, never even could be a Yahweh the third? A Yahweh the second? He's not the first of a long list. He is just Yahweh. I think, I always grew up and laughed at people in my family who called themselves royalists and wanted to watch the Queen's address on Christmas in the middle of the backyard cricket game. That was the dumbest thing to me. Never joined them, and I regret it. I look forward to watching with eager eye. We don't know when it's going to be yet. They have the time of mourning over the Queen, but I look forward to watching the coronation of the King. Coronations are glorious things. I'll go so far as to say this. I wasn't going to, but I'll say it. You watch a coronation. You should just go and Google the English throne, by the way. You watch a coronation, and idolatry starts to make sense. When you think, and it's pathetic, all it takes is some shiny metal and a structure to make humans go, that human must be divine. But I look at the picture, and I'm just in awe. I realized after looking at this picture for a couple of minutes, I took a breath. I didn't realize that I hadn't been breathing as I was trying to take in this like the throne is a wall. It's just there's carvings in every moment and every minuscule part of it. It is glorious. You see just what humans can do after a few years, couple of rocks that look a bit shiny, some buff, some elbow grease, and then a guy in some colorful robes, and you realize, I'm just so fickle. You know, I think I'm like John. I think I'd see an angel and immediately worship. I don't know what I'd do in the presence of the real throne. But coronations are glorious things, except that the most unglorious thing about a coronation is the fact that it is necessary. The most pathetic thing about any coronation is the fact that it has to happen. That person wasn't king. Now he's king. And soon he won't be king. And he's named after another king who came after another king. And soon we will have no king. But this throne, infinite in glory. He was, and he is, and he always will be the only rightful, true, real, glorious, infinite, sovereign, majestic king. What good news for fledgling weak churches of Christians like we read in Revelation 2 through 3.